Well, hey everyone, welcome back to Daily Kingdom Growth, a year in the Bible. I'm your host, Mitchell Beecher, founder of Be Kingdom Builders. Did you know that the Ten Commandments aren't just ancient rules, but a divine blueprint for freedom and love? Well, today we're diving into Exodus chapters 19, 20, and 21 to uncover the powerful moment when God gave his people these life-changing principles. But before we begin, let me quickly recap of where we have been. In our last couple of episodes, we saw God provide manna and water in the wilderness, lead Israel to victory over the Amalekites, and use Jethro's wisdom to teach Moses about leadership. If you missed it, you want to go check it out after this episode. Now, let's join the Israelites at Mount Sinai as they encounter the God of creation in thunder and lightning and a cloud of glory. You are going to love this one, so stay tuned till the end. Let's get started. Chapter 19 sets the stage with Israel arriving at Mount Sinai 3 months after leaving Egypt. Imagine this. You've seen plagues, walked through parted waters of the Red Sea, and now God himself calls you to prepare for a covenant. I mean, talk about a life-changing moment. Exodus 19, 5 and 6. Now, if you obey me fully and keep my covenant, then out of all nations you will be my treasured possessions. Although the whole earth is mine, you will be for me a kingdom of priests and holy nation. These are the words you are to speak to the Israelites. So this is no ordinary agreement. God was inviting Israel to be his people, set apart to reflect his holiness. But first, they had to prepare. The people washed their clothes, they set boundaries around the mountains, and they waited. And then God descended. Thunder, lightning, and trumpets blast. They fill the air. The mountains tremble, and so did his people. I'm sure we would as well. I mean, the scene reminds us of God's majesty and holiness. It also points forward to Jesus, who became the ultimate mediator between us and God, fulfilling the covenant. We can live in a relationship with him. We don't need any other mediator. We have Jesus. And so now, Exodus 20, this is the big one, the 10 Commandments. These are more than just rules. They are the foundation for a thriving relationship with God and others. So let's highlight a couple of these verses. Exodus 20, verse 3 and 12. So verse 3, you shall have no other gods before me. And then verse 12, honor your father and your mother so that you may live long in the land the Lord your God is giving you. The first 4 commandments teach us how to love and to honor God. I mean, the last 6 guide us how we treat others. So Jesus summarized these in actually 2 commands: love God and love your neighbor. And there's something interesting. The commandments reveal God's heart for freedom. They're not just about restriction, as many people think. They're not. It's about freedom. They're about living free from sin and in harmony with him, with God, the creator, and others. And as we all know, the 10 Commandments is a fun fact. The 10 Commandments have influenced legal systems worldwide. So even today, they are shaping how we live. And in chapter 21, we find detailed laws about justice and compassion. At a first glance, they seem tough to understand, but they show God's care for fairness and dignity. Let's look at the Exodus 21, verse 24. Eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot. This wasn't about leveraging revenge or anything like that, but it's actually about justice, ensuring punishment fits the crime. Jesus later reinterpreted this in Matthew 5, calling us to mercy and forgiveness. It's amazing how we see God's law reveal his justice and how Jesus shows us the depth of his grace. So to wrap up today's episode, what are our takeaways? Well, God's covenant shows us his desire for a relationship. His commandments guide us to live in freedom. And his justice, not revenge, but his justice calls us to reflect his character. So this week, I challenge you to meditate on the 10 Commandments. Read them, meditate on them. Which one speaks to you the most, and how can you live it out? In the next episode, when we meet, we'll explore the tabernacle. It's a visual reminder of God's dwelling place among and with his people. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. If you found this episode helpful, please like, comment, and give it a share with someone who needs the encouragement. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. And visit our website at bekingdombuilders.com for more resources. Thanks for watching, and as always, let's keep building God's kingdom together.